Namaste children, how are you all? I hope you are fine. Welcome to today math class. Today class, I am going to start new topic which is about congruency of triangles. Congruency of triangles. It is 7th chapter beta. And previous class we learned about algebraic expressions. And what is algebraic expression? How to find the value of algebraic expression, and also we learned how we are using these algebraic expressions to write the formulae and to write the rules of certain patterns. Hope that concept is clear to everyone. And without wasting our time, let's start our today's topic, congruency of triangles. We learned about triangle already in previous chapter, 6th chapter. What is meant by triangle? Sorry, what is meant by triangle here? Triangle is a simple closed figure bounded by three sides. A simple closed figure, yes. Sir, triangle is a simple closed figure bounded by three sides. Is called triangle. It has three sides and three angles. Here the three sides are AB, BC. The side AB, BC, CA are called three sides. And also it has three angles. Those three angles are angle A, angle B, and angle C. Angle A, angle B, and angle C. These angles we can express with the help of single letter, or we can express by using three alphabets also. See, but how can I write angle A? Angle A we can write with the help of single alphabet, or we can write with the help of three alphabets also. This angle A I can write like BAC, or we can write CAB. We can write ABC. Sorry, angle A not better, BAC we can write. Sorry. We can write here BAC, or we can write CAB. To express angle A, we can express like with the help of single alphabet or three alphabets. And when you are going to express with three alphabets, make sure that angle A must be middle of those three alphabets. Angle A is, the alphabet A is middle of those three alphabets. So to represent angle A, we can write directly angle A, or we can write BAC. Alphabet A must be middle, or we can write CAB. Alphabet A must be middle. So remaining also same process. We can express single alphabet, or we can express with the help of three alphabets. So these are the parts of triangle. Simple closed figure bounded by three sides. It has three sides and three angles. Let's see what is meant by the word congruency. Here the word congruency is nothing but equal. When we can say two objects are equal, when we can say that two objects are congruent. See, I said about now congruency means equal. When we can say two objects are equal, beta, sir, we can say that two objects are equal. Yes, two or more than two objects are equal. Yes, the figures which have same shape. Yes, the figures which have same shape and same size. The figures which have same shape and same size are called congruent. What do we call beta? They are called congruent. That is the meaning of the word congruency. Congruent means what? Equal. When we can say two objects are equal, sir, those two objects are having same shape and same size. If the objects are having same shape and same size are called congruent. Here we have two objects. Let's see whether those two are having same shape, same size or not. Here I am taking two bangles better, and when I keep one bangle over other bangle, see both will fit exactly. I mean both will coincide exactly. It means both are same shape. Both are in same shape, circle shape both, and also both are same size. Both are same size. Because of that only both will fit exactly. Yes, these two objects are called congruent. The reason, both are same shape, circle shape, and both have the same size. So this is about congruent objects. Like this we can see many objects in our daily life. Here we have one more example. Here I am taking two rectangle strips, and you can see better here, when I keep one object over other object, what we can see here, sir, both will fit exactly, sir. Yes, both will fit exactly. It means both are same shape. Which shape? Rectangular shape. Sir, both are same shape and also same size also. Because of that only both will coincide exactly. Even these two objects are also called congruent. The reason, both are having same shape and same size. Now you can see here two triangles. Two triangles. Even these two triangles also. Here we have two triangles better. And when I keep one triangle over other triangle, yes, what we can see better here? Sir, both will coincide exactly. When I keep one triangle over other triangle, both will fit exactly. So what is the meaning of this? Both are congruent, equal. I mean, both the objects having same shape, triangle shape, and same size. So even these two also called congruent. You can see here two more example. Here I took two chalks, and now what you can say about these two? Yes, sir, both are called congruent. Both have same shape. Both are like cylindrical shape. Sir, both are having same shape and same size. Even these two also called congruent. What do we call better? Congruent. Hope you got some idea about congruent. Two objects or more than two objects are said to be congruent when they have same shape and same size. Here I am taking two more triangles. Now let's see what will happen when I keep one triangle over other triangle. Yes, you can see but here. Can we say here one triangle fit on other triangle exactly? No. Sir, both triangles are not coincide each other. Yes. Here we can see this space better. This space left here. So now can I say both are congruent? No, both are not congruent. Though both are same shape. Sir, both are same shape, triangular shape, that too right angle triangle shape. Sir, both are right angle triangle shape, same shape, but not same size. Because of that, this place left. So both are same shape, but not same size. Yes, here I took two objects, and these two objects are, how they are better? Sir, both are same shape, right angle triangle shape, and both are not same size, not same size. Sir, what do we call these objects? They are called similar. What do we call better? Similar figures. And about this, you can study in higher classes. So, two objects are having same shape but not same size are called similar figures. About this you can study in higher class. In our 7th grade, we are going to learn about congruent figures. I mean, which are having same shape and same size. Now let's see some more examples of congruent objects in our classroom. And you can see there is some rectangular grills, and you can see all those rectangular grills are congruent. It means they have same shape and same size. All these rectangular grills are congruent, equal to each other. See, I have two dusters, both are in same shape and same size also. Yes, even these two also called congruent. Yes, children, like that we can see many objects in our daily life which are having the same shape and same size. I mean congruent. Hope it is clear to everyone what is meant by congruent. Now let's see some more examples about congruent. See but here, one example take here. Let me take one line segment which is length of 5 centimeters, and let me draw one more line segment, and even this also length of 5 centimeters. Yes. Now children, see here. Now let me take one line segment and I will keep over other line segment. So when I keep one line segment over other line segment, I think both will fit exactly. Both will coincide exactly. The reason, both are having the same length, 5 centimeter, 5 centimeter. Now what we can say about these two line segments? Sir, both are called congruent. Both are called congruent. Yes. Now you can see one more example. I am taking one more line segment which is length of 5 centimeters, and let me take other line segment which is length of 2 centimeters. Now what you can say here? Now let me take second line segment and will keep over first line segment. So when I keep one line segment over other line segment, will they coincide each other? Will they fit exactly? No sir, both will not fit exactly. The reason, they don't have same length. Now what do we call these figures? They are called similar figures. Both are same shape but not same size, called similar. Sir, what about these two? Both are same shape, line segment shape, and both are same size, same length, 5 centimeter, 5 centimeter. So both are called congruent. Now from this what we can conclude better? Sir, two line segment are said to be congruent. They must have same length. Yes, they must have same length. If two line segments are having the same length, then we can say that both are congruent. You can see one more example here. Yes, let me take one circle better, which is like radius of 3 centimeters, and let me draw one more circle. Even this also radius of 3 centimeters. Yes. Now what we can say about these two? Sir, both are having same radius. Both are same shape. First of all, sorry, they cannot be congruent. Okay. Sir, both having same shape. Both are same shape, circle shape, and both are same size. They have same radius. So both the circles are called congruent. Two objects like two circles, both are same shape, circle shape, and same size. So both are called congruent. What do we call it? Congruent figures. Let me take one circle. R is equal to suppose 2 centimeters, and let me draw one more circle. R is equal to 3 centimeters. Now what we can say about these two? Sir, both are same shape, circle shape, but both are not same size. These two are called similar figures. Like that, we can identify the given two figures are congruent or similar. Same shape, same size, congruent. Same shape, same size, congruent. Yes. When we can say two line segments are congruent, better. Sir, when the two line segments have same length, they are congruent. When we can say two circles are congruent, sir, when two circles have same radius, then both are congruent. Let's see one more example but here. Let me take one example. Yes. Let me draw one angle whose measure is 35 degrees. Whose measure is 35 degrees. And similarly, we will draw one more angle. And even this angle also measure 35 degrees. Yes. Now what we can say about A and B? Let me take this angle, arms, and we could keep over other angle. I think both will fit exactly, both will coincide exactly. So what we can say about these two? Both are same shape and same size. Both are called congruent. So when we can say these two angles are congruent, beta? Sir, two angles are said to be congruent when they have same measure. When they have same measure. Here we can see now measure of angle A 35 degrees. Measure of angle A is equal to measure of angle B. Sir, when two angles have same measure, so both are called congruent. And see better here, this is the symbol of congruent. This is the symbol of congruent. Here see, measure of angle A 35 degrees, measure of angle B 35 degrees. So both we can represent with the help of this symbol. Measure of angle A is congruent to measure of angle B. Both are equal. Both are same shape, same size. This is the symbol of congruent, and this symbol we can read as is congruent to. What we can read better? Is congruent to. If two objects are congruent, we can express with the help of this symbol in between. Measure of angle A is congruent to measure of angle B. That is the way we can read this symbol is congruent to. Hope everybody got some clarity about this. The word congruent. Both must maintain same shape and same size. They are called congruent. Yes, children, you can see here congruent definition with examples better here. As we discussed, congruent means two objects are said to be congruent. They must have same shape and same size. You can see here better congruent figures, geometrical figures which have exactly same shape and same size are called congruent figures. Just now we saw examples also. Now see here some congruent figure example better. Two line segments I took 5 centimeter, 5 centimeter. Yes. When I keep one line segment or other line segment, both will fit exactly. It means both are congruent. So when we can say two line segments are congruent, two line segments are said to be congruent if their lengths are equal. Suppose one is 5 centimeter, one is 4 centimeter, they are not congruent. So when they have same size, when they have same length, when they have same length, then both the line segments are congruent. Two circles with same radius are always congruent. Here we have two triangles, like both looks like the same shape and same size. They are congruent. See, but if two objects are congruent, we can use this symbol. For congruency, we use symbol this one, and this we can read as is congruent to. We can read as is congruent to. And you can see one more example. Angle ABC, or we can say angle B measure 45 degrees. Angle PQR, or we can say angle RQP, or we can say angle Q 45 degrees. Now when I keep ABC over PQR, I think both will fit exactly, both will coincide exactly. The reason whose measures are equal, 45 degrees, 45 degrees. See angle ABC, it means angle B. We are expressing with three alphabets. Is congruent to angle PQR. It means angle Q. Angle B is equal to angle Q. Measure of angle B is equal to measure of angle Q. Both are congruent. Yes. When we can say two angles are congruent, let us see here. Two angles are said to be congruent if their measures are equal. Both should measure same. First one 45, next also 45 degrees. If measures are equal, we can say both are congruent. This is about some examples of congruency. Yes, children, let's study more about our title name. Our title name itself, congruency of triangles. Just now we learned what is meant by congruency. Same shape, same size. Now let's see when we can say two triangles are congruent. See, when we can say two triangles are congruent, beta here. Sir, we can say two triangles are congruent when we keep one triangle over other triangle, both will fit exactly. I mean, both will coincide exactly. See what they are going to coincide here. Corresponding sides are going to coincide, are going to fit exactly. At the same time, corresponding angles also fit exactly. Now see here, beta. Congruency of triangles. Two triangles are said to be congruent. All six parts of one triangle must be congruent to all six identical parts of other triangle. As I said, triangle has six parts, and those six parts are, it has three sides and it has three angles. 3 plus 3, 6. These are the six parts of triangle. Three sides and three angles. Here they said two triangles are said to be congruent. When we can say both are congruent, three sides of first triangle equal to corresponding three sides of second triangle, and three angles of first triangle equal to corresponding three angles of second triangle. Then we can say that two triangles are congruent. Means what will happen, beta? Just you can observe this. When I keep one object or other object, their sides are going to coincide. When sides will coincide? When their lengths are equal. And angles also going to coincide. When angle will coincide, beta? Sir, when their measures are equal. It means sides are equal, angles also equal. Everything is same, like carbon copy here. Congruent means. Yes, let me draw here two triangles. Yes, I have to get two triangles. Name it. One is like A, B, C, P, Q, R. Yes. When we can say these two triangles are congruent, all six parts of one triangle must be equal to six corresponding parts of other triangle. Here the six parts are three sides A, B, B, C, C, A, and three parts. Three parts are three sides, and more three parts are three angles. Altogether, six parts. Now see what here. AB corresponding side is what? PQ. AB equal to PQ. Corresponding means like same places. And BC side length of BC equal to bottom. BC equal to QR. And length of AC is equal to length of PR. When we keep one triangle over other triangle, all the three sides are going to coincide. It means their measures are equal. And angle A, when I keep ABC over PQR triangle, just you can imagine what will happen, beta. So when I keep ABC over PQR, this AB coincide with PQ, it means both are equal. BC coincide with QR, it means both are equal. And AC coincide with PR, both are equal. And imagine about angles. When I keep ABC over PQR, angle A coincide with P, angle A is equal to angle P. And angle B coincide with Q, it means angle B is equal to angle Q. And angle C coincide with R, it means angle C is equal to angle R. Angle C equal to angle R. All the six parts are equal. Three sides of first triangle equal to corresponding three sides of second triangle. Three angles of first triangle equal to corresponding three angles of second triangle. Three sides, three angles. Six parts equal to corresponding six parts. Then we can say that both are congruent. Yes, but we can observe it here. If two triangles are congruent, if two triangles are congruent, what we observe here, we can see that corresponding three sides are equal. First point is what we done? Sir, corresponding three sides are equal. I mean corresponding sides are equal. Length of AB is equal to length of PQ, comma length of BC is equal to length of QR, and length of AC is equal to length of PR. So not only corresponding sides, corresponding angles also equal. Yes, we can write here corresponding three angles, we can say here corresponding angles are equal, or else this only write here corresponding angles are equal. What are the corresponding angles? Angle A top, even P also top. Angle A is equal to angle P. Angle B is equal to angle Q. Angle C is equal to angle R. Either corresponding sides equal, corresponding angles equal. Then we can say that two triangles are congruent. So if two triangles are congruent, how can we express the symbolic form better? See, writing the symbolic form is also very important. We need to write correct order. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. After writing the symbolic form, you can verify corresponding parts equal or not. AB equal to PQ, AB first two, PQ also first two, equal. BC equal to QR, BC last two, QR last two. AC equal to PR, AC first last, PR first last. It means they may be either first to first equal, and last to last equal, and first last equal. About sides. Coming to angles, angle we need one alphabet enough. A is equal to P. A and P must be same places. A first, P first. B is equal to Q. B and Q in same places, middle. C equal to R. C and R same places, last one. So this is about what is meant by congruent of triangles and how can we represent with symbolic form. Yes, children, let's see some exercise problems based on congruent. From exercise 7.1, here we have third one better. They said if triangle ABC congruent to triangle FED under the correspondence ABC, if and only if FED, write all corresponding congruent parts of triangle. They are asking, write the congruent parts of triangles. Which parts are congruent when two triangles are congruent? Sir, when two triangles are congruent, the congruent parts are their corresponding sides and corresponding angles. As I said, triangles are congruent, corresponding sides are equal, corresponding angles also equal. It means sides will fit exactly, angles also will fit exactly when we keep one triangle over other triangle. Let's see a third one better. So the question itself we given two triangles are congruent it seems. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FED. Two triangles are congruent it seems. He asked you to write the corresponding parts. What are the corresponding parts? Sir, first corresponding sides are equal. Yes, corresponding sides are equal. If two triangles are congruent, corresponding sides are equal. Tell me better here, what are the corresponding sides? First two we can write. Sir, length of AB is equal to length of FE. Now we can take last two. Length of BC is equal to length of ED. Length of BC is equal to length of ED. Now we can write first last one. AC equal to FD. Length of AC is equal to length of FD. Corresponding three sides are equal. I mean three sides will fit exactly over other three sides of second triangle. Not only sides, angles also. Yes. Next condition is corresponding angles. What we can write better? Corresponding angles. Yes, corresponding angles are equal. So corresponding angle with same places. Angle A is equal to angle F. Measure of angle A is equal to measure of angle F. Angle B is equal to angle E. Angle B is equal to angle E. Angle C is equal to angle D. Angle C is equal to angle D. These are the corresponding congruent parts. I mean their sides equal, angles equal. Let's see fourth one better here. Fourth one you can see here. Solution one. Two triangles are congruent. DEF is congruent to triangle BCA. Then asking write the parts of triangle BCA that correspond to angle E correspond to angle C. Angles are must be same places where both are congruent after writing symbolic form. So here the given triangle DEF is congruent to what beta? Is congruent to triangle BCA. Now we write the equal parts. Here we can write angle E. They are asking write the corresponding part of angle E. Sir, angle E is equal to angle C. Both must be same places. Angle C. Next, they are asking second one EF. Corresponding side of EF. See beta EF last two. Whose corresponding side also last two. EF is equal to CA. Next beta third one. Angle F is equal to angle F last one. Angle A we should take last one. Angle A is equal to angle A. If triangles are congruent, corresponding angles must be in same places. Next, last one beta DF. Length of DF is equal to, see beta DF last two. Here also you can take last two BA. DF is equal to length of BA. Hope it is clear. Today's session we learned about what is meant by congruent figures, what is meant by similar figures. Figures are said to be congruent when they have same shape and same size. Figures are said to be similar when they have same shape, size may be same or different. And also we learned some examples of congruent, and also we learned when we can say two triangles are congruent. Two triangles are congruent, their corresponding six parts are equal. It means their corresponding sides are equal, corresponding angles also equal. Hope this concept is clear for you people. Based on this, from exercise 7.1, 1, 2, 3 bits, you can complete it classwork. Thank you once again. We'll meet in next class.